Hi, my name is Zen DeBrucke, and I teach manifestation. I actually teach a course called Power Manifestation, and I teach people about the internal guidance system. The internal guidance system is a sensation operating system, and it's located between here and here in your body. Now, what happens is when your mind produces a thought, you get a sensation in this part of your body that feels either tight and constricting and anxiety-like. Can be delineated as stress or fear, or there is a neutral sensation where you're not really feeling anything. That means the thought you're having isn't producing any big effect on your body. And lastly, there's a pleasurable sensation, an opening, an expanding feeling that can happen in this area of your body. Now, this is happening to us all the time. This operating system is not something that needs to be turned on. That's the good news. It's already turned on, it's already working, and it's already giving you sensations all the time. It's just that nobody told us how to use it. Nobody told us that the feelings, the sensations that are experienced in the body are directly connected to our thoughts. What I'd like for you to do is close your eyes. Really, close your eyes. Okay, now take a deep breath and let it out slowly. Like you're really feeling the area of the chest. You're expanding it as you breathe in and feeling what it feels like to expand it. Where your rib cage moves, maybe your shoulders go up, and then you're letting it out, and you feel yourself letting it out fully and what that feels like in the body. The whole point of this part is to just give you a moment to get in touch with your body. We spend so much of our times with our racing thoughts. It's important to just focus so that you can feel this. Now, the internal guidance system responds to the thoughts you're having. And those thoughts produce a sensation. I'm going to give you a thought in a moment. Try to stay focused on what it feels like to be breathing so that your mind doesn't race, because you want to just hold one thought. And here's the thought I'd like you to hold. I do not have an internal guidance system. And notice the sensation that happens in the body right away. I do not have an internal guidance system. If you don't feel anything, that's okay. If the mind is racing in all kinds of different directions or has a thought on whether you're going to be late or anything like that, it can interfere with you having the one thought. Now I'm going to have you hold another thought. And that thought is, I do have an internal guidance system. I do have an internal guidance system. And notice if there's a sensation that occurs in the body between the lower throat and the stomach area. I do have an internal guidance system. Things that I want you to pay attention to. One, go ahead and open your eyes. Okay. One, it's not visual. If it's your intuition or a visual, aspect, that's not what we're talking about. It's very important when you're utilizing the internal guidance system to pay attention to the sensations that are happening. They are always clear, and they are always clearly focused on your mind. Where the visuals that you have, your mind can be running on you. Also, what I'd like for you to know is if you see a color, or you hear a yes, or you hear a no, or something audible in your head, that can also be your mind. What we're looking for here is the sensation that you're feeling. Now, for some of you, maybe not all of you, what you felt was a tightening or a closing or a pressing when I said that you do not have an internal guidance system. It could be a dropping. Some people have said a wilting. Some people say it feels like anxiety. If you do, that's great. Pay attention to when you've actually felt that feeling before. Now, the opposite is when you said, I do have an internal guidance system, you might have felt an expanding, a release of pressure, relaxing. Kind of like, some people call it a V. They say it feels like a V that's expanding up and out of them. So let me explain to you a little bit about how you create your reality. It starts with your thoughts interacting with the law of attraction. The law of attraction states that like energy attracts like energy. Well, your thoughts are energy. If you don't believe me, Go ahead and think about something really bad happening to someone in your family. Okay, now think about something really great happening to someone in your family. You can feel the energy in your body. Well, that energy, that's what I'm talking about. Not something woo-woo, just physically something that's happening with you on a regular basis. That energy is attracting to you like energy. If you run around the planet and you're frustrated and upset and tense, then what ends up happening is you attract people and situations that are upset and tense. Well, I started looking at my thoughts, and I thought, how do I know which thoughts to be thinking? It was very confusing to me. So this is why the internal guidance system was so important to me. The internal guidance system is a secondary operating system that is different than the operating system of your mind. What, you might ask? It's an operating system. Your mind, it gives you all of the choices that you could be making in any given moment based on what you've experienced in your past. Well, the internal guidance system is an operating system, constantly sending you sensations in the chest area of your body, between here and here, to let you know whether or not your mind is creating the reality that you want or is creating a reality that you do not want to attract to you. Pretty simple. Well, I've spent the last 5 years of my life working with people and discovering how this secondary operating system, which I call the IGS, the internal guidance system, works. And I'd like to share with you all the various distinctions that I have so you can check it out for yourself. Because I think once you get excited about what's going on, you can use this to create any kind of reality you want for me, for you, and for the rest of the planet.